If a man is wavering in his faith, let him not think that he's going to get anything from God when he asks. Because God want to bless you, but God didn't already place. God can't go against what he didn't establish. He established faith as a principle. It don't matter. Faith is one of those things, like it don't matter how saved you are. It don't matter how much you pray. It don't matter how much you talk to God. It don't matter. It do not matter. Faith is something different from prayer. So when you speak faith in your mind, you have to already be positioned before it comes out of your mouth. So if you can't speak it and then begin to believe that it's going to happen, that's not faith. That's just you talking and then begin to believe what you say. You got to already believe what you say before it come out of your mouth. So Peter gets out of the boat and begin to walk to God on the water. Now mind you, this is the same Peter that was cussing when Jesus died. This is the same Peter that was unclean, that was cussing, saying, so-and-so, I don't know that so-and-so. The same Peter that took his sword and cut that man's ear off in the Garden of Gethsemane. This is the same Peter that walking on water. So I'm trying to get you to see that faith has nothing to do with your fellowship. It has nothing to do with your salvation. The minute Peter had to look down to make sure that he was walking on water, his faith went away. Because faith is basically saying it without seeing it. Faith is operation without having to have proof. When you got to have proof, it's no longer faith. It's natural when there's proof. It's a fact when it's proof. Faith ain't built on facts. Faith ain't built on statistics. It's not built on data collected. Faith ain't built on none of that. If your credit score is not good, it say don't go to that car lot. Common sense tells you that. But faith is not built on common sense. Now you just imagine Peter walking across the water, right? Operating in his absolute faith. And everything Jesus did was built on faith. Because Jesus didn't come here as the Almighty God. He didn't come here working his power as using his power. Jesus operated out of pure deep faith. When he healed people, it was in faith that he healed people. Think about it. Jesus wasn't almighty until he went back to heaven. That's when God exalted. God has highly exalted him. But he knew his power. He knew his ability. He knew it all. So he was able to just say what he wanted. So he didn't have to. He knew that he was God. He knew who he was. And that's how we got to be. We got to know who we are. Know who we are. Know whose we are. Do you know who you are? This before you even know what it is that you're supposed to do. So this goes outside of me doing my works. This has nothing to do with works. This has nothing to do with me preaching. This has nothing to do with me evangelizing. I got to know who I am and whose I am before I go out. Because if I go out without knowing whose I am, who I am, and whose I am, what I say don't matter. Because I don't believe it. Because if I don't know that I'm a child of God, I'm a child of the King, and I don't know that I got riches and glory laid up for me, I don't know that my Father in heaven got cattle on 1,000 hills, and in his house there are many mansions. I don't know what I got access to. But with me knowing that, I can just walk and speak in faith. You talking about a man that came from heaven. Jesus came from glory, and he knew where he came from. He knew his Father, so didn't nobody have to establish him. Didn't nobody have to tell him, Jesus, you a prophet. Didn't nobody have to tell him, hey, you a Messiah. Didn't nobody give him no title. He didn't raise no fuss about himself. He didn't give himself no name or nothing. He just went. That's how faith works. So once you know who you are, right, and you know whose you are, you can just go and operate in faith, and you can just speak things, and it happens. That's how faith operates.